On House Resolution 134.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. As state legislators, the first stage of us working on any issues is first to recognize the fact that there actually is an issue. The sad truth is that sexual assault is a reality, and it is unfortunately very much an issue in our society that needs attention. I'd like to remind you of some devastating statistics. Nearly 1 in 5 women in the United States experiences rape in their lifetime. Approximately 80% of these female victims experience the rape before the age of 25, and almost half experience the rape before the age of 18. 1 in 6 boys are sexually abused by the age of 18. 28% of these male victims were first raped when they were 10 years old or younger. As a mother of 3 children, these numbers are extremely disturbing and should be of great concern to each and every one of us in our society, because they shape our society, they shape our environment and the safety for us and even for our loved ones. So these numbers really exemplify the reality of sexual assault, and they don't even include the many victims that have never reported. The Federal Bureau of Investigation and other law enforcement agencies across the nation indicate that sexual violence is the most underreported crime in the United States, with only an average of 31% of rape and sexual assault incidents being reported to the police. Sexual violence is a violent epidemic which is growing at alarming rates and traumatizing the women, men, and children of our state and our great nation. So because of this, for 5 years, I have sponsored House Resolution 134 to bring awareness to the reality of sexual assault and violence and encourage efforts both at the state and local levels towards education and prevention. Every person can and should promote and share respectful behaviors and care for each other in stopping the harm before it occurs. Pay attention to unacceptable sexual behaviors or verbiage and take action in some way to shape or form to help change the thoughts, beliefs, or actions that are unsafe. For those at home watching, I would ask you to challenge yourself on what you can do in your circle of activities to strengthen the respect among each other through your daily works. We must be creative and consistent, and we must not ever make excuses for anyone who assaults victims. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize the great work of the 50 rape crisis centers throughout the Commonwealth who care for over 30,000 victims each year, as well as their families, and PCAR, the Pennsylvania Coalition Against Rape, that support our local agencies back home. So we are joined today on the House floor by a few of these people who work diligently against domestic violence and sexual assaults. We are joined by Joyce Lukema, who's over here patiently waiting, the Chief Operating Officer of the Pennsylvania Coalition Against Rape. Joyce, I don't know if you'll stand up for us. Thank you. Michelle Miner-Wolf, who's the Executive Director of Victims Intervention Program serving Wayne County. Michelle, thank you, Michelle. And Rose Mathias, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Transitions of Pennsylvania, serving Union, Snyder, and Northumberland counties. Thank you. Thank you very much for all that you do. These individuals work diligently on sexual violence prevention and help the many victims of sexual violence as well. So as a legislative body, I would like to see us work together towards even stronger, consistent character education and violence prevention efforts in our schools at a very young age. I'd like to thank you for your support of House Resolution 134 today as well. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.